Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of The Sunday Thing. You are watching this episode on May 31st, 2026, which I believe is our episode number 21, which means, well, I've been able to do this for 22 weeks. It's awesome, and I still can't believe it. Thank you so much for all of your viewership, all of the comments, all of the conversations. For now, because this is a very small YouTube channel, I have the luxury of time to be able to read and answer each and every message and every comment. So thank you so much. My plan is to see if I can get this channel to 500 subscribers by the end of the year. So even though this is barely the beginning of the episode, since I mentioned the S word, it would be super cool if you could do the YouTube thing and subscribe to the channel. So let's talk about what went on this past week. Part 1. Right now it's Monday morning. Well, Monday 11 a.m. I don't know if it's morning. Usually I wake up at 7:30, 8 a.m. and I just feel super guilty for sleeping in so late. However, in my defense, last week was a very eventful week. I was in Namur, then I came home, and throughout the weekend I had to work on some of the album things and also to go to the show to hang out with Arnaud's band, and the shows were so loud and angry. But it's okay, I slept in a bit, and this Monday here on 25th of May in France, it's a holiday. I think in most countries in Europe. It's the Pentecost. It's called Pentecôte in French. I think it's a religious thing. And one other thing that I'm doing before I forget the details of everything is I'm editing the huge vlog that I filmed over the course of the 4 days I was in Belgium. So far I have finished, let me check, 16 plus 10, so 26 plus 14, so almost 40 minutes of the entire vlog, and I have 2 more days remaining, so I think the vlog is going to be around an hour, and I'm editing them in sequence before I forget like what I filmed and the purpose of them. So I said this morning while I'm working on the vlog, maybe I finish one more day and then I hit the gym, because I really need to hit the gym. I miss this place to death. My phone is currently being charged, so I didn't have any battery. I woke up to 7%. And while I'm working on the vlogs, I should think about the song, like the performance song of this week, which I think I have a good idea for. And finally, it's 25th of May. That means exactly 1 month to the show. I also have to create the show folder and send the information to the guys. So that's going to be what's going to happen in the next couple of hours. So montage time or time-lapse time, whatever that thing is called. Okay, editing of day 3 of the video of the Blick vlog is now finished. Took almost an hour. Probably you are seeing a time lapse of it right now. And if honestly I hadn't been recording the time lapse, I wouldn't have noticed how much time it takes to edit videos. And I'm not even big on editing and techniques and everything. I pretty much cut the silences out of the video and put them together, try to make them cohesive with some b-rolls and some music. But whoa, I think I'm approaching almost an hour in terms of the duration of the vlog. I'm very happy with it, but now that I have done my editing here, I think I'm gonna pack up, go to the gym, hit the bells, hit the lifts, and just try to get out of this mood. Come home and probably finish the vlog while preparing the master folder for the show and talk to the guys. Also, I may have a meeting or two tomorrow and on Wednesday for university, but should be fun. Let's get it. One rule I have, and I'm going to adhere to this rule. Why is it zooming? Find me, please. One rule I have is I don't film myself, or I don't film in the gym. That's the one place that I want to not be reminded of the outside world and my duties and my missions and my hobbies. I want to go there, listen to some good music, and just be there. I want to be present. I don't want to look at a camera. I don't want to have a worry about the angles and everything. So probably no video until maybe tomorrow. We'll see. However, I want to talk to you about the what's we're looking for. I want to talk to you about the thing, the performance song of the week. So let's just do the stuff. See you soon. Several hours later, it is almost 10 p.m. now. The sky looks like this. So summertime. I went to the gym and I came home, took a shower, made something to eat, something healthy, because I need to lose some of the Belgium pounds. And I went for a quick nap. I woke up at 9 p.m. So I'm a king of power naps. I received one of the I've pretty much moved away from social media for a while, and I'm making actually a video on it why. But something very interesting that happened is that Facebook on my browser told me that 7 years ago I had this story that I had written: absolute zero dramatic changes needed. I don't for the life of me remember what was going on 7 days ago today. I don't know at which time, but in 2019. I know roughly of a couple of pretty big things that happened to me in those years that could have pushed me into writing something so random on Facebook. But I can now tell to my 7 years ago version of me that you've made pretty much all of the dramatic changes possible to get from absolute zero to somewhere very warm, because this morning we received heatwave alerts from all over France. Very cool. I finished a work-related email because I wanted to actually write an email to my university and talk to them about the Belgium thing. It was really fun, it was really interesting. I wanted to give them a quick bit of a recap of what we did in terms of the academia. I finally converted the live, our last year's video performance of the concert last October. I finally was able to convert it into a usable format, because I used different kinds of broadcast cameras, and 1 hour 25 minutes show was around 121 gigabytes. So that was probably not what I wanted to. I finally was able to get it into I converted it once in a lossless format. It became 24, 25 gigabytes. Then I uploaded that video to YouTube, and then I downloaded the video off of YouTube. There is a quality loss, but it isn't a huge amount of quality loss, because the audio is, if the audio was great, I could have forgiven everything, but the audio isn't great. I have received the stems from our front of the house guy. The stems are usable, but they aren't the greatest possible thing. We need to spend a lot of time on them. But anyway, I was finally able to do that because Alexandra and Victor wanted to have the video, since Vic is leaving in a couple of days. And now I am sitting and I'm planning to record the performance song of the week, at least audio today. I have a couple of ideas, and I think I want to go back in time and record a very vibey, moody song from those days, from the old days. All right, as you heard and as you probably saw, I finished my biggest video project to date ever so far, and that's the vlog that I filmed over the course of 4 days in a city called Namur in Belgium. I will put the link to the video below. We can also check it up here. I never know, is this mirrored? Up there. And I find the video very fun, very interesting, very real and very humane. Maybe it is not the best possible vlogging system, since I just used the new camera I got. And my priority was to really be in the moment and learn stuff, because at the heart of it, it was a teacher training week. So please, if you have time, watch. It's a rather long video. It's an hour, 10, 20 minutes. Please watch it and let me know if you think that this style of vibe really, you can jam with. It's unbelievably hot. I don't know if you can see, but I don't have any lights on right now. I'm filming this at 9 p.m. We're certainly reaching that time of the year where the sun is always up there and it's very warm, it's very hot. This noon, I received some messages regarding a possible thunderstorm situation happening on Sunday. So I'm looking forward to that. Hopefully nothing crazy, but it's just that because it's very, very warm, because it's unbelievably hot, I've become a little lazy. I've become a little complacent, and I have not been able to really get into the weeds of the music making and go forth with the album and see if I can make some good stuff happen. Hopefully within the next couple of weeks we might have a bit of a temperature shift, I hope. Otherwise I'll just have to find an alternate solution, which I have a couple ideas from, which may be a part of next week's Sunday thing. Also, this is the last week of May, so we'll be seeing each other again in June, which is the month of my next show. I'm excited for that as well. Let's talk about the performance song of the week, and once again, see you in the past. Right now it's Friday morning, and I'm holding the microphone. Let me actually put it on my... Right now it's Friday morning, almost like 11:30, and I woke up a couple hours ago, but this heat, not just the temperature itself, but like the humidity of it, is just so annoying. And I know I feel, I'm sounding extremely like a spoiled brat. It's not my intention. It's just that because there's been this insane amount of heat, I really have not been able to meaningfully work on my personal projects or even organize my place. I got back from Belgium like a week ago, and I still really haven't properly organized everything. Also, I don't know, can you see, hold on, can you see this? Like the Dreamcatcher? That's Dreamcatcher number 1. And this is the Dreamcatcher part 2. But what they are useful for, or what's the purpose of them, it kind of goes hand in hand with the mask I had here. There's going to be a second mask in a couple of days. But I think I'll talk about it maybe next week, because I think it will make more sense if I talk about it in a different environment, in a different place. Anyway, let's talk about the performance song of the weekend, the song I chose, which it has a very funny story. So for that I need to bring my acoustic guitar. 1 second. Oh, also, if you're hearing like noises, that my like fans are on, because like the heat is insupportable. I don't know what temperature it is, but I think we're 30 something, and it's just so hard. So hard to tolerate this. Anyway, so the performance song of this week, it's a song from the old band, but technically it's a song that I wrote 20 plus years ago, maybe 23, 24 years ago, and it's the first official piece of music that I wrote. Well, I say wrote because at that time I didn't know how to read even tablatures. I would steal my brother's tabs when he wasn't home alongside his guitar, and I would try to find the numbers on the guitar. I understood that there are 6 lines on a tablature, and those corresponded to 6 strings on the guitar, and the numbers either meant finger or the position. It made sense until I reached like the fret 7 or 8, and that meant I didn't have 7 fingers, so it must have been like the boxes. A lot of trials and errors. And I don't remember what was the original song that I misread, because I misread the first tablature. If you've played guitar, or if you know what tablature is, you know that the lines are inverse. So like the bottom line on the tablature is the low note on the guitar. Yeah, last time I did this, the guitar wasn't tuned. It was horrible. So that song, whatever it was, began with a C chord, like a C9 chord with a D on top of it, right? And so the shape of it is like it's a 3 and a 2, nothing, and then a 3 here. So this chord, right? However, I misread the chord because everything was reversed, and I read it like a B minor 7. So I read this as this. I don't know if it makes any sense. And this kind of became my thing. Like this shape became my favorite shape on the guitar for almost 10 years. Like, and so I would like play around, and then I came up with this little riff thingy. Which kept repeating itself. It's essentially, it's like 3 chords. It's kind of like a B minor 7, technically an F minor like 11 or something, and a G major 7. So something like that. But what I'm telling you right now is like the result of 20 plus years of working like with music and everything. But the whole idea of me misreading a piece of like tablature led into the writing of my first song, which also became the name of the album for the old band. The album is called Where the Sidewalk Ends, which is also the name of a book I liked very much, written by Shel Silverstein. I don't remember, I think it's a poetry, like painting poetry kind of a book, which I kind of paid homage to with my own book that I published a few years ago, which also is a poetry painting book. And that is like the story of the song. But of course it went through multiple layers of change, and from a very basic and simple like 3-bar, 4-bar acoustic thing, it bloomed into a full song. It was really fun. It was really, really fun. And so yeah, that is the story of Where the Sidewalk Ends, which the name of the song is now Sidewalk. It's a shorter name, but that's the story of it. Hope you enjoyed it. Back to myself in the future. Let's wrap this video up. I think the point that I missed in that video that you just watched is that groove-wise and rhythm-wise, I was super heavily inspired by the Goo Goo Dolls song Iris. I had that like 20 years ago. I had just watched the movie City of Angels by Nick Cage. And like the song, because the song happens in a very specific moment, I don't want to spoil the movie, it's a really good movie, please go watch it. I kind of that groove stayed with me. And still today, to this date, when I'm writing a 6/8 song or a ballad song, I kind of go back to those vibes. In fact, there's a somewhat of a similar vibe song in the new album. The song is called Month of Rain, and you can probably hear a lot of the inspirations from that song on the new recording. Anyway, with all of that in mind, thank you so much for watching. I hope where you are is less warm, or the humidity is normal, and I hope you're drinking a lot of water. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you're staying safe. I hope you're staying sane. I hope you're drinking a lot of water, taking your vitamins, getting some workouts in, and just enjoying the arrival of the summertime. For the next week, my plans are going to be trying to find a couple of alternate solutions for working on music. Probably, I've heard of a couple of interesting locations inside the university buildings that apparently are sound treated and they're designed for production. I don't want to get ahead of myself, but I want to go find them, talk to them. And we should have our final bass player ready by next week, I think, without like getting ahead of myself. So that means I can start like filming stuff and making videos and making content, because I have been completely off social media for the past, I'd say, almost 6 months due to a number of reasons. It's been very fruitful and productive, but now that I'm getting back to the music making world and live stuff, I kind of want to rebrand, not rebrand, that's what I'm looking for. Maybe renew all of my socials and get back on the horse, so to speak. Anyway, enjoy this acoustic performance of Where the Sidewalk Ends, or Sidewalk. I will also post the original song link in the description box below, as well as the pinned comment. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you're having a lovely time. See you next week, and enjoy. One day when I reached out the window, I saw something funny in the air. There was a dandelion hanging in the sky, waiting for a message to take. I took him and asked him to carry on, take it to the one who should know. There's someone here remembering her. I sang these and I softly let her go. This ain't a fairy tale, this is something true, real as you see it and feel me. Where the sidewalk ends, where the night falls down, where the moon is full, when the world's turning around, when the life is cold, when your pain get into tear, when your tears fall down, I'll be here for you. Where the sidewalk ends. I can still play this song and sing it after like 20 years. See you next week.